Hey guys, so I know this is my first official video on YouTube even after I've been on here for like 5, 6 years now. I've just always been too shy to show my face because I'm not very secure about this area, and I'm not really secure about my voice either. I hate my voice. So anyways, I just got back from watching Believe, and if you haven't seen it and you want to, you better do it soon because it may not be in theaters where you are anymore, or it may be there only for a limited more time. So go see it if you want to. Anyways, going into it, I knew I loved Justin, and coming out of the movie, it made me realize how much I really love him and how much he means to me and how much he inspires me to do things that I wouldn't think I would do. Like, he volunteers and helps with people who are in need, and I wasn't really a person to do that before, and seeing this movie made me realize, I do love doing that kind of stuff. Like Christmas, instead of seeing this movie, I went and helped people, foster kids who may not get a meal on Christmas, have a meal. And it was heartwarming to see all their smiling faces and everything. Anyways, the reason why I'm making this video is because some of you guys may know my story of how I became a believer and why I'm a believer and how much Justin means to me. But some of you may not, and that's okay, because I'm going to tell you right now, because I realized there's no better time to do it. And so here we go. I can't say I've been there since the very beginning, like 2007, 2008. I haven't been there since then. I'm not one of the Kid Roll people. I came in 2009 when One Time came out, and to be honest, I thought he was a girl first, just listening to his voice without seeing the video for One Time or anything. Like, I was cleaning my house one day in Arizona with my mom, and One Time came on the radio for the first time, and when it was over, the radio DJ was like, and that was Justin Bieber with One Time. And so I had to go look him up, and I realized how much talent he had and how much power in his voice there was. So I instantly fell in love even without seeing him. And then when I saw the One Time video, I instantly fell in love even more. And I've been here by his side since that day. And he may not know this, and I hope Justin sees this video, and if he doesn't, that's okay. But, okay, here's my actual story, how much he means and inspires me. So, like him, my parents divorced when I was like 18 months old, so really I had no memory of them ever being together. And so I lived with her, my mom, and of course I'd see my dad off and on, like every other weekend, until he moved here to Texas, where I live with him now. And so growing up with him in my life was good. And so anyways, back on topic. In 2008, my grandma, or actually 2006, not 2008, my bad, my grandma, my mom's mom, passed away, and that took a toll on her, and that's when the alcohol began to come and surface into her life. And in 2008, my other grandma died, and that was a little bit more of a toll because she was close to my both grandmas, and they died within 2 years apart, and it was just really hard on her. And then the end of my 8th grade year, my mom lost her job. And that's when the alcohol really started taking a toll on her. And she'd be home without me, and she'd lie to me and say she'd have 1 to 2 glasses of wine when really she'd drink 1 to 2 bottles. And I didn't know how bad it was. And so one day we went to the doctor for an appointment, just a checkup, and I told her, you need to tell our doctor about your eyes, because I noticed that her eyes started to become yellow. And when our doctor checked it out, he said, oh, you have jaundice, which is a disease of the liver. You need to go to the hospital now. So she went to the hospital, and this was all in like 2010, in June of 2010. And so from that point, she was in and out of the hospital, and she would get better, and then as soon as she'd get out of the hospital, she'd get worse. So she'd have to go back in the hospital. And this went on for 2 or 3 months. And at the end, she was in ICU, which is intensive care. And in August was when the condition was really bad, and that's why she was in ICU. And for 2 or 3 weeks, she was there, and I didn't realize how bad she really was until they told me she was put on life support. And I saw the tubes in her mouth and helping her breathe and everything to help her eat. And it was just really just heartbreaking to see my mom in such a bad condition. And so that was really just heartbreaking. And I was just chilling at my grandpa's house, because that's where my mom and I were staying at the time, because she couldn't take care of herself, and I couldn't take care of her. I was only 14, so I couldn't take care of her. So I was just at my grandpa's, and I was on my computer, and my grandpa came into the living room and said, they're going to take your mom off life support. You need to go say your goodbye. And at that moment, I froze. I didn't know what to do. I was just so overwhelmed with shock and just utter heartbreak that I had to go to the hospital where my mom was and say goodbye to my mom, to the one person who meant more to me than life itself and who gave me life. It was heartbreaking. I'm sorry, I'm getting really emotional right now. And so I called my best friends who knew her very well, and I told them my story about how they're taking my mom off life support, and they rushed to the hospital with me, and they were there for me. And so I went into the hospital room where my mom was, and I gave her a final kiss goodbye and said, I love you. I said I love you, and that was it. As soon as I left the hospital, they pulled the plug. They waited till after I left to pull the plug, so I didn't have to witness it. And then, so as soon as I got back to my grandpa's after going to the hospital, I just fell on the couch and started crying. It didn't feel real. Everything, my world was turned upside down. So I just grabbed my headphones, plugged them in, and started listening to My World and Model 2.0, and especially Down to Earth, because in the time that had just happened, the only person that I wanted there for me was Justin. And so I blocked out the entire world and started listening to Justin. And honestly, he saved me, because without my mom, I had no idea what I was going to do. I honestly just didn't want to be on this earth anymore. I just wanted to leave. I didn't attempt anything. Don't get me wrong. I didn't attempt suicide or anything, but I thought about it really hard. I thought about all the ways I could just end it and be with my mom again, because I did not want to live without her. But Justin just was there for me without actually being there. And his music it saved my life. And I am eternally grateful for him for that. And like, here we are now, 3 years later after my mom's passed away, and I'm still here supporting him, and every chance I get to talk about how much he means to me, I do it. Like, all my friends know my story now, and I'm glad I'm doing this now. It feels so much better. And I'm sorry this video was long, but I kept rambling. And I really hope that Justin sees this, and if he doesn't, that's okay. And if you want to help get my story out, go ahead and tweet this to him. You don't have to. I'm not looking for, fame or looking for him to notice me. I would love if he knew my story, though, if he could make it out. If he can make out my story. And if not, that's okay too. It feels amazing to share my story with everybody. And I hope that if Justin sees this, he feels inspired by my story, and if not, that's okay too. I just want him to know that if you see this, I love you so much, and I don't sorry, I'm getting really emotional right now. I just can't thank you enough for being there for me when I felt like no one else was. And if we meet, that'd be the best day of my life. And if you do see this and, you feel the need to talk to me, I doubt you will, but, if you do, my Twitter, you already follow me, but I will put my links and everything, and I hope that I get to see you sometime, and I hope that you have a blessed 2014. I'm glad you're taking a break. You really deserve it, and I'll be here just waiting for you to come back and be 10 times just everything. And sorry, I'm rambling now. Anyways, I love you, Justin, and if you see this, once again, I'm eternally grateful for you. So that's my story, and if you feel the need to tweet it to Justin, you can. I will put my link in the down bar, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.